Hello and welcome, my babies, spitting mad raps. How you doing today? It's Chris, and today we're gonna focus on half cash mode. Oh no, crap, Chris, no, don't make me do it. Half cash is difficult, the most difficult game mode probably in the game. I think it's more difficult than chimps. I think the only thing that you have on your side here is if you really need to. It makes it unbelievably infinitely easy to just use an Instamonkey or two. You can really change the game here if you want to. Another thing, though, to keep in mind here is that this strategy is so much easier if you don't worry about lives all that much. If you think that if you need to go no lives lost and you're building 3 dart monkeys and then building another sniper and then building tack shooters and you're like, oh my god, what am I going to do? You're probably doing it wrong. You need to go with a very simplistic strategy, which is to use like 3 or 4 main towers in here, get them going. If you want to farm a little bit, you can. But the main thing is get your heli pilot up. All right, once you get your heli pilot, you're going to be freaking fine. So what we're going to do is we're going to put this guy on lock in place. We're going to lock him in right here. Make sure he's shooting down a straight line with his darts. All right, we're going to use a straight line here, straight line here, straight line here, and straight line here. It's perfect. All right, especially for Monkey Lane here. And then we're going to think about what we want to do. Now, realistically, a heli pilot's going to help us survive for a very long time. All right, probably around 25 or 6. Probably take them all down until that point. It's just a simple dart monkey heli pilot strategy. It's kind of crazy. We might lose some lives in the meantime, but we can easily survive to that point. The question is, do we want to do something like build a banana farm? It's only $1,200. We do have to use a banana farmer if we want to. And I would say, to be straight with you guys, it will make your life easier to get a banana farm. All right, you get a banana farm, you let them farm for about 20 rounds or so, you sell them, maybe 30 rounds if you could afford it, if you can beat the Moab class blue, maybe 30 or 40 rounds, you sell it, you came out like a bandit, you made a bunch of money, you sell it, you get your money back, and then you can build whatever the heck you want realistically. All right, I'm going to try and do it without, so that means I'm going to build my hero instead. This is going to be the strategy that if you guys want to follow me 100% directly, you can. Though I always recommend to everybody that's watching my videos, I highly recommend that you don't just do what I do. You don't just copy me directly. You learn why I'm doing certain things, and then you can sort of work your magic within that. For example, I really like the heli pilot. I really like Gwendolyn. I really like starting. You pretty much need to do a dart monkey. This is like a base strategy that I think, honestly, if you copy this to the T, would not be bad. Then sort of where you go after that might be different. Do you want to go for a tack shooter or a boomerang or maybe a cannon? Or do you just want to start upgrading things, which is probably your best bet? I think going for some quad darts action up in here, maybe even going all the pursuit might be a pretty good idea. Even popping in a quick ninja, which is probably helpful here, will be good. And do what you want to do. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go for a quick low-level ninja. Right on. Bam. A quick ninja over here. And then we're going to actually get quad darts. Or no, we got quad darts. We're going to go for the pursuit, just so I can get rid of them. I know it's like a waste of money for a lot of people, but don't worry, guys. It's going to help us out, right? Just let him go to town, all right? let him do his thing. And then we're going to go for an alchemist. So we're going to power up these 2 guys in particular, all right? This is the simplistic, best strategy you can come up with. It's going to pop everything in the game, all right? It just works. I know it's crazy, but it just frickin' works. Pop him in right there. You can already start popping balloons if he wants to. He's got a pop. Look at that. Delicious guy right there. And we're going to power him up to a 4th tier, and then we're basically good. Now, you got to watch out because we still don't really have a good amount of cam detection, so we're at least going to get Seeking Shurikens here. What you can do is you can use extra cam detection with Gwendolyn. You just throw that down right there and get that extra pop power that you need out of these guys. Or if you really want to, you can like use your lives or your road spikes or your shielded lives or whatever the heck you want to do to kind of keep yourself alive over here. In the meantime, though, I actually do have a bit of a thing to talk about today. I kind of want to talk about gardening a little bit. Now, I don't have that many hobbies in life, and I'd say video games, fish keeping, gardening have been like, sort of like my main hobbies, I guess, in recent times. Walking, believe it or not, walking I do consider as a hobby for myself. I think, though, that yeah, let's just get this guy up. Let's get that guy up. There we go, no lives lost. I kind of missed with this guy, though. That didn't really help much. I was really hoping to get my Berserker Brew, though, before round 40 hits us, though. We're going to need that for that Moab class balloon, right? Berserker Brew. Well, bye. Then we're going to use all of our other upgrades to just upgrade our Ninja at this point. We go Seeking Sharp Shurikens. I think Caltrops is probably pretty important for us. A little bit extra Moab popping power. And then hopefully I'll get the double shot as well. Realistically, though, if we can drop our cocktail down at the right time, Moab should be super duper easy. If we don't drop down right away at the exact right time, it'll probably be like a little difficult. Alright, that's basically how it's going to go down. We might even lose a couple lives if we just throw down the cocktail terribly wrong. There we go. That seems like a pretty good cocktail spot. Pop them balloons, and we're easy. We're easy. We got it covered. If that cocktail didn't go there, then our Halley Pilot would have really been pushed to the limit, basically. He would have been forced to do a lot of the pops for us. But soon we're going to have a Bloon Jitsu alchemized here, and that's going to change the game completely. Alright, now is money-making opportunities here. Between around 40 to 49, we're actually going to make some money here. And again, if I farmed a little bit, at this point, dude, we'd be freaking golden already, man. I'd be making delicious amounts of money. The way you want to think about farms, though, in half-cash mode is basically, well, in normal modes, it takes about 10 rounds or so to pay back the farm money. So if I spend $1,200, after 10 rounds, I'll be equal. I would have earned my money back. Anything beyond that, I would start making money. All right, so you got to imagine, if I was on round 70, I would never want to build a farm. It wouldn't make me any extra money. So it takes about 10 rounds to make the money back. It's an interesting concept. But on half-cash mode, it takes about 20 rounds to earn your money back. All right? Now, this is all without selling, though. I think that's probably the important thing to think about. I would make my money back without selling it. But if I spend $1,200 here, I buy the farm, I sell it back for $1,000 after 4 rounds, like I'm still even on money. It only took me 4 rounds to really make my money back. But if you do 10 rounds and then you sell a farm, all that farm selling was profit, right? Everything you did with that farm was just pure profit. That's something to think about here, all right? So we got our Bloon Jitsu, we've got our alchemized stuff over here. We're going to go for, just to have it, we're going to go for a Razor Rotors with IFR. This is going to keep me alive with the camo balloons. All of my towers now have camo detection. Feeling good about that. And now we have to kind of decide, like, what's the best strategy to sort of deal with these balloons efficiently. And honestly, I gotta say, man, if you're only going up to round 80, some of the best towers in the game are going to be these guys right freaking here. Go for, like, 2 or 3 of them. All right, it's going to be the balloon poppers. So we're going to go 2 of them here, and we're going to go 1 of them here. Let's go 1 of them here. This is where I want them to be. Just like that. Put these guys in particular spots, and all we're going to do is we're going to go for a quick wall of fire, a quick wall of fire, a quick wall of fire. I know this seems like a lot of money, but trust me, it's actually going to be very, very beneficial for us, because what these guys are doing is they're getting rid of all the balloons so that our other towers can kind of clean up. You know? They can do the real damage here, basically. Now, in addition to that, I think Intense Magic and Monkey Sense is probably pretty important for us, so we got to take down around 78 as well. So thinking long-term here. Beating the game, this is going to be beneficial for us, and then it's also going to help us out for around 63. All right, that's going to be a big, juicy balloon level here. Let's go for 1 more here, guys. Let's just kind of toss him in the middle of all this stuff. Like right here. He'll be like my random guy here, all right? Yeah, a little bit more randomness in the game. There's nothing wrong with that. The wall of fire. Ba-bam. There we go. All right, he's good. He's good. And then to finish it all off, we're actually going to go for another wizard here. We're going to pop him down sort of a little bit further away. We don't want anything else to get alchemized, really. These are the 2 guys that we really want to get alchemized. So honestly, if I move my alchemist over, I probably would have been better off, but that's okay. Next thing we want to do, though, is we want to go for a top path guy. Now, this is probably the hardest part out of all of this. All right, getting round 63 taken down. I would recommend that you, no matter what, even if you don't, even if you think that you can take it down without any abilities, just slow it down and do the frickin' abilities, man. So this is what we're gonna do, guys. We're gonna slow it down for round 63. We're gonna throw down 1 cocktail around 63 for the first roundabout. For the second roundabout, we're gonna go with a big keg blast here. And then for the third roundabout, we're gonna do the exact same thing again, and we're gonna throw down a quick cockety cocktail. Alright, and that's going to burn through them Bloons and take them all down. No problems whatsoever. Without that, you may lose. 63 is a scary round. Alright, and I'm not going too many crazy things, by the way. Mostly just normalized towers. Even with these wall of fire towers, round 63 still is kind of difficult. It's just kind of crazy to really think about here. But now all of our money is going to save up for Arcane Spike. It's going to take a little while to save up for that money, but it's going to be worth it once we finally get it, alright? Once you get Arcane Spike, game's basically over. You easily win. No problems whatsoever, guys. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Don't forget, you got 2 abilities here if things really, really go south, but we're planning on things going not south for a while. If you really, really need to, though, one of the ways you can get your money back is sort of just recoup by selling a couple Wall of Fires. If you're like $1,000 away from this Arcane Spike, throw it down, alright? Highly recommend it, man. It can help you out a lot. Anyways, back to gardening. One of my other hobbies is that I think that I actually do a pretty good job of is I like to garden. I think it's fairly accomplishing to grow my own stuff. I don't know what it is about it. I don't necessarily love every aspect of gardening, but like it's kind of exciting when you get a little baby plant. You know, you get like a little plant like a couple inches tall. You buy this thing, you put it in the ground, you're like, oh, it's not growing at all. Like a week later, it's like maybe it grew an inch or whatever. It's because all that energy is going into the root system. Maybe like a month in, it's still pretty small. Then all of a sudden, ba-boom, it just like blasts off into space and grows gigantic within like a month or so. It's kind of crazy. It's kind of fun, though, that it does that. And, I don't know, but that's really exciting, obviously. But I think the most exciting part is then finally getting the fruit or whatever you're growing out of it. So you guys know that I grow pickles, right? Or grow cucumbers. That's one of my things that I really enjoy growing because cucumbers are super duper easy to grow. It's like a pumpkin plant or a vine plant that just grows on the ground. And what I do is I put this fence up around my garden because rabbits like to eat everything that I grow. So the fence kind of keeps them out at least a little bit. And this is where you got to be a little careful because you do need that Arcane Spike soon. So we might have to sell something. Round 75 is a difficult round. Don't like it. Haven't had to use any abilities or anything like that, but I'm going to watch it really closely. You know what? This guy, I didn't even want him in the first place. Let's say suck my balls, get Arcane Spike, Intense Magic, Monkey Sense. We're good. Golden. 4th tier wizard, dude. Nothing getting through here. Nothing getting through at all. Even with that extra cam detection there, going to help us out a lot. So, the reason why I like cucumbers, though, is because there's so many of them that grow out of a single plant. It's kind of awesome how many are going to grow out of a plant. It's like, you'll get, like, I don't even know, here we go, we're just going to keg blast that. Like, one single cucumber plant probably gave me, like, 20 cucumbers last year, maybe 30 cucumbers. I don't really math it out exactly, but, like, it's insane how many you can get out of there. It's pretty fun, not going to lie. And then tomatoes, too, are kind of fun, because tomatoes taste way better when you grow them, and you also get a lot of tomatoes out of there. Though, for me, I actually get much less tomatoes than usual, because I have a tomato snatcher. Alright, I got a dog that loves tomatoes. She goes and she picks them right off of the plant. No joke. No joke, man. She really does it. It's kind of funny, but it's also like, I kind of want some tomatoes, so like, you know, it's a positive and a negative. So here we go. I used another Firestorm there for around 78. 79 and 80 should be pretty easy for us to just clean these guys up. Alright, how are we doing here? I think we did alright. If we want to get anything extra here, it doesn't really matter what you get. I think a nice turbocharge or something like that will keep you alive here for the emergency situations. Another ability kind of activate over here. Just a regular 2-3 boomerang's not that bad either, but there we go, guys. The last round, round 80. We do take this down. No lives lost, I think. Yeah, 1 road spike back there, so no real lives lost with the road spikes. Here we go. Let's turbocharge and keg blast this crap to finish it all off. And we all victorious. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you press that like button for me. Subscribe if you have not. And of course, have a super duper delicious day.